has come down with a cold, and it's not been very fun. He doesn't want to sleep very well at night. However, tonight he seems to be sleeping really well, so I'm pretty excited about that. Anyway, I wanted to make a video for you guys tonight, and I got a really good response to the novel that I'm working on, so I'm gonna read chapter 2 of the novel. So here goes. Chapter 2. Carol met Rachel at Denny's, his personal favorite purveyor of greasy, artery-clogging fried foods. After watching him order a Dr. Pepper and ordering a root beer, she struck up a conversation. I don't understand why we can't, have a thing like dating, but not dating, but I like you, and that is true. That is true. Here we go again, thought Carol. Rachel and Carol have been friends for a year. She has been trying to convince him to be her boyfriend for 11 months and 29 days. It didn't matter to her that he was engaged. It didn't matter to her that he was 10 years older than her. It didn't matter that, like he wasn't mentally disturbed. She always tried, and he always responded the same way. How was your trip to England? Redirection is easy with someone as scattered as she. It was, how do you say great? Except I didn't like the smell. Yuck. She always sounded like she was angry when she told stories or offered her opinion. At first, Carol had trouble deciphering whether she was angry or just being herself. Simple conversations could turn into emotional train wrecks in a matter of 2.3 seconds. For example, are you going to have coffee this late? With a glare, she responds, what is it? I like coffee. Time of day is too late. And she would pout. He wouldn't know how to respond and get upset at her. All hell would break loose, and finally her caretaker, Mary, would step in. So how are you, Mary? Mary was 29. She was hired by Rachel's parents to accompany her to her job, and when she went to go out, it wasn't that Rachel wasn't capable of doing things on her own, just that sometimes she would become very disoriented, or her emotions would become hard to deal with. That, and the fact that she regularly had seizures, and she would sometimes stalk men she found attractive. Okay, so she pretty much did that all the time. This is why Mary accompanied Rachel. I'm well, yourself, as she flipped her dark brown hair back away from her stunning green eyes. You're engaged, you're engaged, you're engaged, Carol thought to himself. I'm alright. Been kinda bored recently. So how's Ben? She responded, he's well. We've had they've been having, how do you say it, the fighting. Now that's true, Rachel interrupted. How dare you not be the center of attention, Rachel, Carol thought. Mary blushed and looked down at the table. Well, she's right, but it'll be okay. We'll work it out. She clearly wasn't okay, but Carol knew better than to press further. Mary quickly shifted the spotlight. How's Kat? When is the wedding again? July 22nd. That answer had almost become a reflex. Someone says the word wedding or mentions wedding-related things, and out it came. When's the wedding? July 22nd. What are your colors? July 22nd. Wow, that's coming up soon, Mary smiled. Are you nervous? Yeah, a little. Her mom has been kind of annoying. Kat's always upset. I'm kind of at the point where I just want to get it over with. Yeah, I can understand that. Mary didn't really understand. So Rachel, favorite. That is from my grandparents. I didn't know Poppy from Mom, but Poppy from Dad. Well, how do you say he made me laugh? This was a common discussion with Rachel. When she didn't know what else to talk about, she brought up her dead relatives. So did you go to work today, Rachel? This was a common discussion with Carol. When he didn't know what else to talk about, he brought up boring, everyday things. She replied, yes, but it wasn't easy. I couldn't, focus with thoughts like, you need to do your work, and Andre, my feelings for him, at the same time. So you had trouble focusing on your work because you kept thinking about Andre. Rachel blushed and scrunched up her face and shoulders the way she does when she becomes embarrassed. A terrified look came across her face, and she wouldn't look him in the eyes. No need to freak out, Rachel. Want to talk about something else? How can I feel and say what I mean? Yes. As if he should have known the answer all along. She was becoming irritated. What can I talk about? Carol thought to himself. Sometimes conversation with you is so easy. Sometimes you get freaked out. Bring the focus to yourself for a bit. But what? My life is so boring. Make something up. He finally said, I threw a football over a mountain once. This caused Rachel to start giggling. Carol thought to himself, such a great giggler. If there was an award for giggling, Rachel would win it hands down, no contest. No, I'm serious, I did. Carol stood up to demonstrate. This just caused Rachel to giggle louder. Mary watched with a smile on her face. I took the ball like this, and I chucked it as hard as I could, and I swear to you, it sailed over the mountain. Must have been a gust of wind or something. As he pantomimed the act of throwing a football over a mountain, Rachel started laughing out loud and said, You did not, that's impossible. Then she did another one of her favorite things, mimicry, in a high-pitched fake voice. I threw a football, it went over the mountain, and she stood up to do what Carol had just done. There we go, happy again. Doesn't take much, does it, Rachel? Mary chuckled at the antics and then helped to settle Rachel down as the waitress came back to take food orders. The trio continued talking about this and that, laughing and every once in a while guiding Rachel back from her fantastical tangents. There were many common fantasies of Rachel's. A list of just a few in alphabetical order. Andy, her dead dog, being alive. Angels, boyfriends, imaginary or complete strangers in the near vicinity, or celebrities. Breakups with imaginary boyfriends. Breakups with complete strangers. Dead relatives. Ghosts. Heart attacks. Mr. Dumbness of Narnia. Narnia itself. Pressure. It's very nondescript, but pressure in general. Sex. Steve. We're still unsure of who Steve is. Vermin. At this moment in history, she was particularly stuck on angels. I believe in angels, that's true, she said emphatically. Not taking her seriously, Carol replied with a half nod and continued to work on his Grand Slam breakfast. The bacon is limp, he thought to himself. I hate limp bacon. Bacon should be crisp. Oh, angels again, Rachel. Okay, but I want crispy bacon, damn it. The conversation continued for another 5 minutes after the waitress gathered their plates and Carol settled to check. After tacking on a generous tip, Carol stood to leave. Okay guys, I will read some more later. Have a great day. Bye.